Napoleon Bonaparte. The name conjures images of battlefield smoke, thundering cannons, and the iconic bicorn hat. Yet what if destiny had taken a different turn? What if the young man from Corsica had chosen a different path? Imagine Napoleon as a scholar, a lawyer, perhaps even a university professor. He excelled in mathematics, devoured history books, and displayed a talent for languages. This intellectual curiosity could have led him to a life of study and contemplation. Imagine him as a lawyer, arguing cases with strategic brilliance, or perhaps a renowned scholar shaping the intellectual landscape of Europe. The French Revolution, a seismic event that shook the foundations of Europe, was deeply intertwined with Napoleon's rise. Yet, without his military genius, the revolution's trajectory might have taken a drastically different course. The chaotic years following the fall of the monarchy saw France besieged by internal divisions and external threats. It was Napoleon's military brilliance that secured the revolution's survival and propelled him to power. Without Napoleon, the fate of the revolution hangs in the balance. Would the nascent French Republic have succumbed to the combined might of monarchist Europe? Or would a different leader, perhaps a figure less ambitious but more committed to republican ideals, have emerged from the revolution's crucible? The absence of Napoleon's military victories removes a crucial element from the revolution's narrative. The French Republic, deprived of its conquering hero, might have been forced to adopt a more defensive posture, seeking accommodation with its neighbors rather than dictating terms. This, in turn, would have profoundly reshaped the political landscape of Europe. Napoleon's conquests redrew the map of Europe, shattering old empires and creating new ones, yet, without his military interventions, the continent's power dynamics would have evolved in entirely different ways. The balance of power, so delicately poised at the end of the 18th century, would have shifted, creating new alliances and rivalries. Without Napoleon's campaigns, the Austrian and Russian empires, major players on the European stage, might have retained their dominance for a longer period. The German states, instead of being forged into the Confederation of the Rhine under Napoleon's influence, might have continued their fragmented existence, delaying the eventual unification of Germany. The absence of Napoleon's empire also removes a crucial catalyst for the rise of nationalism. The Napoleonic Wars, despite their devastating impact, also fostered a sense of national identity in many European countries, particularly in Germany and Italy. Without this unifying experience, the road to nationhood for these countries might have been longer and more arduous. The ripples of Napoleon's ambition reached far beyond the shores of Europe, influencing the destiny of the young United States. The Louisiana Purchase, a defining moment in American history, was a direct consequence of Napoleon's European entanglements. Facing financial pressures from his wars and a renewed conflict with Britain, Napoleon sold the vast Louisiana Territory to the United States in 1803. Without Napoleon's need for quick funds to fuel his European ambitions, the Louisiana Purchase might never have happened. This raises a tantalizing question. What would the United States look like without the Louisiana Purchase? Would its western expansion have been stymied, its borders confined to the east of the Mississippi River? The absence of the Louisiana Purchase would have had profound implications for the young nation. Westward expansion, a defining theme in American history, might have been delayed or taken a different course. This in turn would have affected the nation's economic development, its relationship with Native American tribes, and its overall place on the world stage. Freedom's cry, Latin America's uncertain destiny. The Napoleonic Wars had a profound impact on the Spanish and Portuguese empires in the Americas. With Spain occupied by French forces, its colonies in Latin America saw an opportunity to break free. The independence movements were, in part, a consequence of the power vacuum created by Napoleon's conquests. Without Napoleon's intervention, the independence movements might have unfolded differently. The Spanish crown might have retained its colonies longer. This would have had significant consequences for Latin America. Would they have achieved independence later, perhaps through reform and negotiation? Industry's alternate course. The Napoleonic Wars, despite their destructive nature, inadvertently spurred technological innovation and industrial development. The need to supply vast armies and maintain lines of communication across a continent fueled demand for new technologies and manufacturing techniques. This period saw advancements in iron production, textile manufacturing, and transportation infrastructure, laying the groundwork for the Industrial Revolution's next phase. Without the Napoleonic Wars, the Industrial Revolution might have progressed at a different pace and taken a different course. The demand for mass-produced goods driven by the war effort might have been less urgent. This could have led to a slower diffusion of new technologies and a more gradual transformation of the European economy. The absence of the Napoleonic Wars would have removed a significant catalyst for industrial development. The Industrial Revolution, while still likely to occur, might have unfolded more slowly and with less emphasis on heavy industry and military technologies. This, in turn, could have had far-reaching consequences for social structures, economic development, and the global balance of power. A world transformed. The ripples of Napoleon's absence would extend far beyond the 19th century, shaping the world we live in today. Without his conquests, the map of Europe might look vastly different, with different national boundaries, political alliances, and perhaps even a different balance of power between nation-states. Imagine a Europe where the German states remained fragmented, their unification delayed or perhaps never occurring. Or a world where the United States, confined to the east of the Mississippi, never achieved its status as a transcontinental power. The absence of Napoleon's empire could have also altered the course of political ideologies. Without the French Revolution's radical ideas spreading across Europe, the development of liberalism, nationalism, and socialism might have taken different paths. This, in turn, could have profoundly impacted 20th century history, potentially altering the course of major conflicts and the global balance of power. Napoleon's enduring shadow. Napoleon Bonaparte's legacy is complex and contested. He revolutionized warfare, crushed dissent, and left an indelible mark on France. Yet, in this alternate timeline, his legacy is unwritten, a tantalizing what-if. Without Napoleon, the French Revolution might be seen as a genuine attempt for justice. Nationalism might have evolved differently, leading to a less divided Europe. The Industrial Revolution might have emphasized social justice over military might. What if a world of possibilities? Exploring this counterfactual scenario highlights the profound impact that individuals can have on the course of history. It underscores the contingent nature of events, reminding us that the world we live in is not predetermined, but rather the product of countless choices and chance occurrences. By imagining a world without Napoleon, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of historical causation and the interplay of individual agency and structural forces. The exercise of imagining a world without Napoleon is not merely an academic pursuit. It encourages us to think critically about the present, to question assumptions, and to consider alternative possibilities. The historian's dilemma: fact, counterfactual, and understanding. Counterfactual history, while speculative, serves a valuable purpose. It compels us to look beyond the familiar narrative, to question assumptions, and to consider alternative possibilities. By stripping away the inevitability of events, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of historical causation. Of course, we can never know for certain what would have happened if Napoleon had chosen a different path. The past is immutable, and counterfactual history will always remain in the realm of speculation. However, by engaging in these thought experiments, we can sharpen our understanding of the forces that have shaped our world. We can learn to appreciate the contingent nature of events and recognize the importance of individual choices and actions. The enduring allure of what if? What if Napoleon had never become a military leader? This question, seemingly simple on the surface, opens a Pandora's box of possibilities, leading us down a rabbit hole of alternate histories and potential outcomes. While we can never definitively answer this question, the exercise of exploring it illuminates the complexities of historical causation and the profound impact that individuals can have on the course of human events. It serves as a reminder that the world we live in is not predetermined, but rather the product of countless choices, chance occurrences, and the enduring power of human agency. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and leave a comment.